Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is episode 47, which has got to be about our 253rd, 254th episode or so. With me, as always, Andrew Panton, Gavin Free, the Mecha Nick, Lil Ricky B, and I don't know if I've ever said my name or not, but I'm Geoff.
Why do you never know the exact number?
Well, it's like 205, 206, or 206, 207. Then you got to do the math and you got to add the episode number of this.
Yeah.
I can never remember if it was 206 or 207 that we did. I don't remember if it was like 207 episodes across 206 episodes or 206 across 205.
I thought it was 206 because there was one episode for every bone of the human body.
But we skipped one.
Right, but
Shit.
episode 196 we skipped.
What bone did we miss?
Maybe
Probably the wiener bone.
fibia.
The fibia is an important bone. That would be a real problem. If you were building a human and you're like, okay, I did it all done. Oh, wait, there's a bone in the box? That would be a problem. A fibia was the fibia bone. You're like going over to other people, be like, hey, did you get a spare bone? Oh, no, you didn't? Oh, no. Oh, this person is going to be in trouble.
If you had to lose a bone, Andrew, which one would you go for?
If I had to lose a bone?
Stirrup?
Well, immediately the pinkies come to mind.
What?
Baby toe. Maybe the baby
There
toe?
you go.
I don't know. I think
Wait.
you need all the balance you can get with your ankles.
That's true.
You're just handicapping your handicap.
But maybe that's the way to go. Maybe just make it worse because it's already not good. Maybe just like embrace the bad.
What if you just like went with it, like just had one less rib?
Oh, yeah, you can suck yourself off and all that?
Yeah, and that's the way God created woman. So
That's true.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Do women really have one less rib?
do
that true?
women really have one less rib?
And that's the title of this episode.
Is that bollocks?
You have an ability and I've known you for most of your life now. One of the smartest people I've ever met, but you have an ability to sound so unbelievably stupid when you speak.
That's how I make a living.
Woman.
It's just impressive, man. It really is impressive. Wow.
I wanted a whole category of what Gavin could speculate for women called do woman. Just a whole thing.
Does
Oh,
woman?
boy. We're
Do woman?
walking.
I don't want to be associated with a show
this
called Do
dangerous
Woman.
territory. This is bad. This is bad.
You said it.
Woman? But you did say it.
I said a lot of stuff.
It's the Jeopardy category. Do woman. Do women have less rib?
But no one ever. Is it bollocks then? Is it shit? Is it a load of shite?
Yes, it's bullshit.
Okay.
We both did the same amount. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think it's obvious.
Wait, just to be clear, are you asking is Adam and Eve shit? Is that the
No,
question?
not Adam and Eve. I'm just there are
Yeah,
certain
Adam and Steve.
anatomical differences between a man and a woman. I was wondering if that one was real.
If a man loves a woman, does she have one less rib?
I think when Meg gets to this episode, she's going to be an Andrew sympathizer again.
She might be, because for everyone that because she's now given me a list of stuff she disagrees with, she is still delivering me the stuff that she is
Oh, wow,
an Andrew
okay.
sympathizer for.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Good.
This is so fascinating. What episode is she on, do you know?
Yeah, what's the most recent?
She's up to like 20 something.
Last episode, you talked about stuff that she didn't agree with Andrew on, which I'm sure, it's a laundry list. And you
it's
gave
so
us
much more.
the greatest hits. What are some of the things that she did agree with Andrew on? Do you have that list? I'm just curious.
Much shorter list, I would assume.
I would
have
assume.
to think.
There's been a few. I don't think I wrote those down. I'll have to go back and.
When she
Okay.
told us that like the pencil thing was like, she's like, oh, we got to like the pencil thing. It's like episode 16. It's like, I can't believe that happened that early for this show. That's unreal to me.
Immediate. Yeah.
I thought if you would have asked me, I would have said like 40. Like 16? That's unreal.
Was Andrew dipping his foot into the heel pool and then immediately retreating?
Yeah, the worst part of that is we batch recorded those. And so like it was all done, and then the initial reaction when I was like ramping up was not good, and there's this oh boy, we're on an on-ramp to the highway that we cannot change.
It is so important to the foundation of who we are. I'm so glad. I wouldn't have taken it any other way.
It was like trying to steer a car after you've already hit the jump. Like the wheels aren't doing anything.
Oh no, it's not like Grand Theft Auto.
Do you think you would notice if you had one less rib?
I think if it was in the middle, I would notice.
If I was a UFC fighter, I would.
I just wonder. Like I don't feel like I don't feel like my ribs are doing much. They clearly are, but
You.
I've never walked around and been like, boy, glad I have ribs.
You've never like walked into something and been like, man, I'm glad my heart didn't take that impact.
Well, the ribs are below the heart, aren't they? Where do the ribs go?
This is. I'm at a 10 again. I'm
less
a
bad about my
hard 10.
question.
I'm full 10 right now, Geoff.
Where do the ribs end?
The
Meg's
ribs.
done again.
You know, have you ever felt your collarbone?
Yeah. There's no way you're telling me the ribs go up to the collarbone. 0% chance.
What's below your collarbone?
Like a breastplate. Chest bone.
Chest bone. What's the chest bone?
Chest
The
bone?
sternum. What's the sternum in the middle of?
The chest.
All right, man. Prepare to learn something about yourself.
Let's see. Okay,
I
let's
feel
look
like
at this.
I would hate to lose a rib in the middle of the ribs.
It would have to be the bottom rib. It would have to be
The
rib
bottom
10.
rib.
For sure.
I mean,
The
the body
ribs
already
go
gave
all
up.
the way up. Man, when I think of ribs, that is not what I
The
visualize.
ribs go all the way up.
So you thought it was more of like a belt.
Yeah,
Like a
maybe
heart
I'm
belt.
thinking of like cartoon ribs when they show ribs in cartoons.
That's
Like Fred
real.
Flintstone?
That's real ribs, though. Animals
No,
have
but
shit like.
they don't. Here, let me see if I can find.
Andrew's,
Where did you think the ribs were? Just around the waist, like or around the bottom of the lung?
Andrew's looking at cartoon skeletons playing the xylophone and going, dude, this anatomy's nuts.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what I would think of as the ribs.
What I would think of.
Yeah, I thought. Could somebody? Let me find an image of a person, and I'll tell you where I thought the ribs.
I always did find it strange that the ribs kind of give up at the bottom of the sternum. They're like, we don't need one around the stomach and things. And the
Yeah.
intestines.
I was looking for ribs, and I googled.
Okay,
that's
I googled
half a
cartoon
rack
ribs. I
of
found
ribs.
this. Okay, person. Let me find a person.
Here, I
Human-
dropped an image in there of just
Man,
a person. There's like anatomy. So where do you think the
Point
ribs
to where
are?
your ribs are.
let me
Yeah.
let me remix. I'm remixing this image for you.
I'm
Okay,
excited about this.
Yeah.
I would. I would think ribs.
Flintstones is fucking wild. Just looking at
Yeah.
images of the Flintstones.
Okay, I black boxed the ribs.
Okay. You're a fucking psychopath. Just for everyone listening at home, he circled the intestines.
Your
So wait,
tummy.
You thought all of your ribs were where the ribs end?
Yeah, I guess.
You thought your ribs started where the softest part of you starts?
Here's the thing.
You're
when
pushing your tummy?
When I see the ribs that you guys are posting of the rib cage, it's like, yeah, that is what that looks like. But when I imagine where my ribs are, that is what I imagine.
What do you mean though? Because you've drawn a square right at the bottom. You've maybe encompassed the two lower ribs of 12. How?
Yeah.
24 total, I guess. Do you just feel your bottom rib and think this is the beginning?
Oh, listen, I'm not feeling ribs at all. I'm not trying for ribs.
But if you
They're
prod
just
your
there.
rib-
As I said, I never really think about them. Looking at the rib cage, though, I do feel confident I could lose one of those. I don't need all of those.
Yeah.
Get rid of some of those.
You wouldn't even know where to look for it after you lost it.
That's true. If you took away the third rib, I wouldn't even know I had a rib there. So
Eric said a 10.
fine.
Everybody.
Yeah, but you probably would though if someone pressed on your chest and it kind of went further in than everywhere else.
I'm actively avoiding chest presses. Generally speaking,
We started this making fun of Gavin because of the do woman really have one less rib? And Andrew is telling us that he thinks his ribs are around his stomach. And I'm like, something's wrong. This
It's
is
like
crazy.
He thinks your ribs go where you wear a wrestling belt.
Well, that's what the Hulk Hogan's championship title was there to protect his ribs when he had to take on the Undertaker.
Gotta protect these guts.
How could the Ultimate Warrior defeat the Macho Man Randy Savage without his world title?
If you had ribs there, Andrew, and I assume the actual reason we don't have ribs there is because you wouldn't be able to bend. All of your ribs would hit.
See, I think reverberation might be my enemy.
What?
Go ahead.
Reverberate. So I searched because I was thinking, where would I reference this? Like, why would I visually imagine this? I Googled man breaks ribs. Here's a photo of someone in a fight having their ribs broken. That's kind of low. I think there's reverberation.
Yeah, that's where your
there.
ribs still are.
Yeah, look at
That's
the picture
the
above.
middle.
He got kicked under his arm. That's where all your ribs are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but under the
Look at where his waist is. Look at where his leg, like his thigh ends and it's bending. Look at how high up he's getting kicked.
this could be a very long back problem as well. I just think my proportions.
Oh my God.
I think my proportions are way off when I.
You think your ribs are low?
No, I don't know if my ribs are low. I just feel like when I'm evaluating where something is in regards to somebody else, I think it's off.
I'm wondering whether you have misconceptions about other body parts.
Feel free to ask.
I just don't even know where to start.
Yeah, just throw one out. Got 5 fingers.
I wouldn't have thought that ribs would have led us to where we are now. Like,
Well, thumb is like it's a finger, but it's not a finger, right? Doesn't it have a different name?
thumb?
Yeah, the thumb.
Yeah, you just said it.
Thought there was a different name.
Where's your hip?
Oh, it's I don't know how to say it outside of my hip. It's above. It's the waistline, right?
Yeah, I mean, top of the pelvis.
Yeah, I've been pretty confident I know where the hip is.
But the hip bone is more on the side, though, isn't it? It's like where your leg goes in.
It's where the leg goes in.
Is it not?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
The pelvis is huge. It's a big old bastard. So
It's a really big bone.
Fucking
yeah.
listen, brag about it. Not everybody has the same pelvis size you do. Doesn't make Nick any less of a man.
A woman's pelvis pretty different.
It's got one less rib.
Man, I couldn't hit unmute fast enough for that.
Do you ever think about, Andrew, how you assume that your skeleton is inside you, but really you're on the inside of your skeleton?
What?
Your brain is on the inside.
Yeah.
So your skeleton's outside of where you are.
Well, I measure at the skin, so it's all the same.
You exist at the skin?
No, I'm saying it's all below the skin, so it's all inside.
Yeah,
the
but
only
you are-
outside is skin.
But on the outside of you is bone and then skin.
Yeah, but it's still on the inside because the outside is skin. If you say the outside of a Snickers bar is not the chocolate, you're ridiculous. But there are different layers.
Yeah, I kind of got to agree with Andrew here on this one. It doesn't really matter like where the turkey and the ham go in a club sandwich. They're still on the inside.
I'm gonna chalk that one up as a point for me, and the Meg points. Point for me. Skin on the outside.
But what are you?
What am I?
Yeah. Where are you?
I don't understand what that means.
Oh, you're in your head.
Oh, well, no, not really. Not right now. I mean, I am, but I'm not, because that's an expression of you're in your head.
God, it's the best.
And that expression doesn't make sense if you're, like, I know you're literally up in your head, but, like, I'm not overthinking it. If anything, I'm under. I don't have to worry about over. I'm a big under guy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear you're not overthinking anything right now. I gotta say, I love the fact that I could be over here stressing because I got nothing to talk about today because we're doing back-to-backs. And then you just ask Andrew a basic general knowledge question and you get like 22 confusing minutes. It's really fascinating.
Would you take $10,000, but you were in the shaft of your penis. Like that's where you were, but nothing else is different.
Well, wait. So you mean like my brain is there, but I still experience everything as I do now?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
For how long?
Rest of your life?
Oh.
Oh, wait. I don't have a rib down there.
How would you know? Like, why would you care?
Do you have a brain rib?
Do you feel like you exist in your head at the top of your body, Gavin? Do you feel like you're seated there?
I think if I didn't know about the human body, I think I would assume I'm right behind my eyes. That's where I feel like I am.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm everywhere.
If you told me I was in my cock and protect your shaft, I'd be like, oh, wow, I wasn't even worrying about it.
What if you got racked?
Do you ever notice that parts of your body are more cozy than other parts?
What do you mean?
I've been noticing this recently with my new blanket. My legs feel, when I think of cozy, it's my legs are really like they're really sucking in all that coziness.
What do you? So you feel the benefits of being cozy in your legs?
Yeah, like 90% of it is legs. And it could be because I'm somebody who constantly is moving their legs. So maybe it's the friction as opposed to I don't really move the upper half.
Coziness to me is on the back of my shoulders.
Really?
Yeah, because when you pull the duvet over you and you're like, oh, this shit's cozy. You stop feeling the breeze on your back.
Interesting.
My legs are more passive. I don't really think about my legs.
I'm kind of the same. If anything, my legs are the part that are always moving around because I'm uncomfortable and they won't sit still. It's the top half of me that feels cozy because it's stationary
Yeah.
and like nestled in the blanket.
I'm never thankful of a temperature change when it comes to my legs. I don't really worry about it.
Oh, I like getting the room real cold and then getting under the covers and the legs heating up. That's always nice. It's a cozy feeling.
Eric, what part of your body is the coziest?
I don't think there's a single cozy part of my body.
I would.
There's not a part of me that's ever comfortable or cozy in
I
my
don't
life.
see you as a cozy guy. I don't feel like you've ever been cozy.
No, truly, what you're talking about, where you pull the duvet over and whatever, that is not coziness. It's just a sense of relief of I can now flip the switch and it will be dark in my brain for the next 8 hours until the lights come back on. Constantly on edge is absolutely right. Yes.
I also feel like I really love, it's not necessarily cozy, but if my hands are cold and I wash my hands with warm water, an amazing feeling. Love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I can find that to be jarring.
Oh.
But it depends, I guess.
What is the best non-sexual feeling?
Sneeze.
Ooh.
Sneeze is really good.
Head rub. Like scalp rub. Like that. Have you ever had like the thing that like, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It like scratches your head, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like a
The
spider
claw
leg
thing?
looking thing.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
prong thing, like a whisk that's been cut open.
Yeah, it's I don't know what. Oh yeah, here it is. It's this thing. This is maybe the best non-sexual feeling, whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
But it's like a scalp massager. It's the craziest feeling in the world. It's
like
nothing
somebody
else.
cut a whisk off halfway down.
Yeah. It's like nothing else feels like that.
A back scratch.
Yeah. Ooh, it's good.
So do you do that every day?
This thing?
Yeah.
No.
Should.
If it's the best thing, why aren't you doing it?
I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. I don't know.
That to me is the ultimate in, I have one of those, but sod knows where it is.
Yeah.
I don't have
absolutely.
one, but I feel like if I did, I would never know where that is.
Yeah, exactly. Because it feels good. It like when it happens, I feel like that dog.
So say your small wife was like, Eric, just come here, and she just tucked you into the bed, and she just started using that on your head. Would you feel cozy?
Yeah, I mean, I would feel asleep within 10 seconds. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's cozy, but that's what I would feel. Yeah. I went and just got a hair wash scalp massage thing from a place that just opened that I really enjoyed. Yeah, it's nice.
Without a haircut?
No, it was not a haircut. It was just that. It was like scalp massage, hair wash thing that was like really, really nice. And, I like that stuff. I like having a time to stop and go like, oh, this thing will be taken care of for you. It's like, oh, that's cool. I don't have that in my life at any other time. So that's really nice.
You're like a car.
You know what? I'm just like a car.
You're going to a shop. It's like getting your oil changed.
Thanks to Shady Rays for sponsoring the Regulation Podcast. Get ready for your next adventure with shades that are built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Go to shadyrays.com and use code REGULATION for 35% off polarized sunglasses. There's a wide range of styles and colors to choose from, so you're guaranteed to find your perfect pair. I typically go for the big honking aviator ones. If your shades break or you're in a heated game of headbutt the waves on a beach in Mexico and they go flying off your head, don't worry about it. They've got lost and broken protection, so you're covered from day one. Can speak from experience. If they're not quite the right fit or you don't love the look of them in the old mirror, you can exchange them or return them for free within 30 days. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal for the season. Head to shadyrays.com and use code REGULATION for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Big old thanks to Shady Rays for sponsoring this episode. If a car had ribs, where would they be?
On the hood, under the hood.
You think
Above the
so?
engine.
I would think doors.
It's got it's that cage that's underneath the engine. It's the like new cars have like an undercarriage.
Oh, to stop like scrapage and puncturage?
Yeah. There's like a car undercarriage guard that I think you can have. Like I think that's ribs.
It's interesting that Mother Nature doesn't perceive a lot of threats to be coming from the ground up. They always seem to be coming out towards us, horizontally, because all of our defenses are designed to defend ourselves from horizontal threats. But like our balls are wide open, there's nothing protecting those.
True.
Bottom of your foot. What's soft? What's worse than stepping on a nail?
Yep. Think about it. Birds could be dropping stuff on you. Squirrels could be dropping stuff on you. What are you going to do to defend that? Wear a helmet? I don't think so. I won't even wear one when I ride a bike. I'm too cool for that.
Like Mother Nature gave us backs. Those are really strong. You can deflect a lot of, you hit somebody with a baseball bat on the back, they'll probably live, But and from the front. But man, something coming down, up or up, down, you're fucking boned.
Like a killer mole.
Yeah. You gotta watch out for those killer moles. You gotta watch out for those mole men.
Do you think it starts getting depressing in life when you buy batteries and they expire after you're going to die?
Well, you don't know when you're going to die.
No, I know. But
Usually.
if I was like I just bought some AAAs, right? And they expire in 2038. I'm going to be 50 then. Like, I can't imagine being 82 and buying batteries that expire in...
I imagine when you're in your 80s, you buy less of stuff. Costco becomes less important,
Also,
probably.
Yeah. You're not getting bulk.
Are you concerned about the expiry date on your batteries? You're certainly going to use them before.
Yeah, but sometimes you glance them and you're like, what, bloody hell, that's the future. And then suddenly it's 2038 and you're like, what happened?
That's why I always buy batteries that expire next year, because it's like I'm outliving these. It's like a test for me.
I would honestly assume every battery would outlive me. Like, it's not produce, so it doesn't seem like it would expire.
Yep.
Well, they drain.
I understand that, but it just it seems like something that would last forever. Like, I would assume all batteries have like 100-year shelf life.
So when you hear the term battery life and you think it's like your life,
I just sort of challenged I'm just like, I hope I live longer than this battery, but at some point it's not going to happen.
Hey, Geoff, have you ever thought that sentence before?
Kind of a negative way to look.
Gavin and I just
No
playing Pong
kidding.
on Ridiculous.
I
today.
can't say that I have, Eric, but I'm not quite 50 yet, so who knows? We'll see.
Gavin, do you have a midlife crisis when you go into a bookstore because there is no expiry? Just a bunch of things that are intended to last?
I just think it's the furthest expiration I've seen, to the point where it's like, man, that's really the future, isn't it?
It would be cool if books came with an expiration date on the knowledge in them. Like, this book is going to be useful for the next 62 years, and then it's going to be completely outdated. Don't buy this book. It's going to be outdated in 3 years. We're going to fix all this shit.
I never think about that in the sense of like batteries and expiry dates, but I think of long-lasting properties and then go, man, Batman's going to fight some dude that I don't know exists. And that's weird.
Huh.
I actually think that's super interesting. That's way better than the battery thing. That's great. Let's talk about Andrew's thing. that new characters are going to be come up with. They're going to be doing Harry Potter shit forever or whatever, and there's going to be a new. How does Voldemort come back again? This is crazy.
Voldemort could do a thing that I will not know about, most likely, because I'll be dead at some point, but Harry Potter will continue to exist.
Andrew, there's going to be Mario games that keep going.
Fucking crazy, right?
Odyssey 6 is going to come out after we're toast. And
there's going to be a Mario Party game that we are just not aware of.
No.
That we won't have opinions on.
What if someone got born today and they will be someone to add a Mario character to Mario Party? They'll invent it.
Wow.
Probably. I mean, that doesn't shock me or sound weird to me at all. But what kills me is the fact that the Boston Celtics will win championships that I won't know about.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sports is where it kills me.
Too, man. It's crazy.
Like the Padres, there'll be a point where you're no longer a Padres fan because you're in the fucking ground.
Oh no, I'm diehard, baby.
Food.
I'm a Padres fan even in death. And then after I die, maybe they'll win their first championship.
The Padres are going to draft some dude who's going to be the next Manny Machado, and you won't know anything about it.
I've thought about this before because it really kind of hit me when I was in like my later 20s, like that when there's a draft for like baseball players or whatever, they're like 17 and you go, oh my God, like I'm 10 years older than this guy and it only gets worse from there or whatever. But I was thinking about, that made me think about my dad is like a Padres fan and he in his life doesn't know what it's like to win a championship. And I'm like, man, we got to get one for my dad, please. Please, we got to get one for my dad. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people's ashes still go to the games?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of dead people at each game.
Yeah, but like you have to think about like the way sports work now compared to how it used to be. Like where the Chargers used to play when they were in San Diego is demolished. And they put a new stadium there that isn't for the Chargers. So your ashes are rooting for a soccer team now, I guess? It's like some apartments and a soccer team.
You mean if the ashes were left there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be nothing worse than being in a stadium with a bunch of ghosts that are a fan of a team for like 80 years
sport.
that have never won.
Yeah.
Just the most annoying. We're never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
That's the worst echo
Jesus
chamber ever.
Christ.
It's just a thing too where it's like dead Chargers fans got their ashes sprinkled in Jack Murphy Stadium and now it's demolished. It's a trolley stop, some apartments, and a stadium for an MLS team. I can't think of anything a Chargers fan wanted less in the 80s than what the fuck is MLS? Love it. Love it.
Now you're eternally a soccer fan, dickhead. Oh, that's great.
I take comfort in knowing my team will never win after I die. But I just don't have to care anymore. That's the joy.
What?
Because my Canucks have never won. When I die, if they still haven't won, I'm just going under the assumption they never will. And that's okay because I'm dead and I'm at peace. They're never going to win. I think I'd rather, I guess like in a curse sense, I'd rather they continue to never win than to eventually win without me getting to see what that looks like or feel it.
You never want your team to win because you'll be dead?
At the point in which I'm dead, yes. Currently very much want them to win, actively cheering for win, but on my deathbed, that will swing hard in the opposite way.
What sport is this?
Hockey.
Would you want your ashes to be made into a puck?
No. Well, maybe if they weren't affiliated with the Canucks.
Oh. What if you were the winning puck?
Like the Canadiens, maybe, or like the Bruins. You want to be a Bruins puck?
No. Maybe like Florida Panthers.
You gonna be a Panther puck?
Yeah, I'll be a Panther puck.
Florida Panthers.
They're stacked. They're such a good team. They're well managed. They'll be okay for a while. I guess I'm really forecasting into the future of what team will be good then. But Florida has a tax advantage, and that isn't going away. So they should always be good.
So where? And I'm thinking about my death. Florida has a tax advantage, so I think
for signing players.
I think I'm gonna go
They're
with them.
incentivized to sign there because they make more of their money. They have to give less of it away.
Hell yeah, brother. Go Panthers.
It's gonna be my heel turn on my deathbed. Those are my last words. Go Panthers. I'd swap it up a little bit.
If you could know, okay, imagine if you get killed by someone in the future, imagine if you could just hear a foghorn or something the second that they're born. Would you want to hear it or not?
Hey, wait, explain that.
So,
again, the person who's
say
gonna
the way
kill
you
me?
die is like a drunk driver plows into you when you're 70. They're like, they're like 23.
Jesus, dude.
I'm just giving a scenario. But one day, you just wake up and you hear "Pwang," and it's the person who kills you has just been born. Would you want that or not?
I feel like you don't. It doesn't even need to be a person, right? Because I feel like with death in general, there's like a series of events the body go. There's always like a lead. It's not sudden. It's not immediate. I don't think for the most part.
What do you mean? In a car crash?
Well, yeah, but like a car crash, it could
You want
be
to know
you
when the
getting
car gets born?
no. But let's say you're not going to get into a parked car and then it immediately crash. You're driving somewhere, so the horn could blow when you sit in the car, and then you have to factor in: is it because of a crash?
You're worried that you would also hear a real foghorn?
What do you
Have
mean?
to be by the ocean, wouldn't you?
No, you're not understanding my point.
Oh,
You're
don't think
connecting this death horn to a person. I'm
Yeah.
saying it doesn't have to be. It could be anything because there's almost always a lead into however you die, whether it's at the hands of somebody else, whether it's medical related, like there is a build to it. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't need to be a person.
no, I'm saying if there's a person who causes it,
Okay.
you would hear the horn.
Now that is interesting. Do you know, like, the person has? Do you hear the horn? And you're like, okay, the person has been born. Do you know you now have a 23-year countdown until they kill you, or do you just
No.
know that sometime in the future they kill you?
You just know that they're out there.
It would
Could
be
be a
cool
boss
if
baby
you hear that
situation.
horn and you know, like, some piece of information, like a first name and the state they're born in, and then if you can track them down and kill them before they kill you, you change history.
I like that you would just kill them.
It's like giving
would
you a
try and-
fighting chance.
I'm with Gavin. It has to be as vague as possible. You
Yeah.
just have to know that now you live your life under like ominous circumstances. You
I'd have a knife on
and
me.
you don't
I'd
know.
be ready to kill the person. I know somebody's looking to kill me.
Looking to kill you.
You got to think of it as well. You'd have quite some time before they'd be capable of accidentally killing you or on purpose.
You assume.
I think you'd at least have 5 years of chilling out.
Why? A baby could crawl into the street and you have to avoid the baby and you drive your car right off a cliff. You don't know.
A baby could,
PCH is crazy,
baby
bro.
could be patient zero for some new pandemic that's going to wipe you out first.
Dude,
That's
imagine somebody's born and a million foghorns go off.
Whoa!
I didn't even consider that.
You would have to ask other
Whoa.
people, like, hey, did you guys also hear the
man.
foghorn? And they'd
Yeah, it
like,
would be a subreddit.
"No."
It's gonna be a thing where when there's an earthquake in LA, it's everyone tweeting earthquake. Did you feel an earthquake, dude? Whoa!
Can you imagine if somebody's like, did you just hear a foghorn? And you're like, no. You got to be like, I got to get the fuck away from this guy, though.
Oh man.
Wow. Kind of scary.
Yeah, I don't want it. I wouldn't want to know.
Well,
I'm
It
just
would
going
be
to start playing
interesting-
foghorns randomly around Gavin's house.
That's such a good idea.
Enlist Meg into this.
well, time is permanent, right? Like we can't change
What?
the track.
Like entropy?
Wait, hold on.
Well, like, okay, so you're creating a scenario in which you know something that's happening in the future, but everything we're on a track, right? Essentially,
Are you saying we're
isn't
on rails?
everything that will happen has happened? Is that a thing?
Theoretically.
You're saying you can't change anything?
Are you positing that time is a flat circle?
I think that was True Detective. I was thinking of Devs, the show Devs, which is about alternate realities and like the premise of like you can't change. Like if something is supposed, I guess I'm sort of also touching on Charlie and Desmond in season 3 of Lost. Charlie's gonna die. Nothing like Desmond can delay it, but it's
the constant.
destined.
Yeah, he's the constant. Yeah. This is good.
supposed
It's
to
kind of touching
happen.
on nature, nurture, and like free will versus fate. You know.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if let's just get rid of that concept, and every time you're in a scenario that you could die, you got a horn that was like a 24-hour horn, and if you survive the next 24 hours, you know that whatever you did was not the path you could have taken that would have resulted in your death.
Yeah, but every way you could die, you would hear a horn constantly. It would constantly be horning.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that. Guys, I'm so horning right now.
I could trip getting up from this fucking table and hit my head in just such a way to kill myself.
You get born and you hear a foghorn and
Yeah,
you
okay.
Uh-oh.
I could choke on a AAA battery that has a future date on it.
And it doesn't even expire until 2086. Shit.
Hell, Gavin's cats could breathe a few more times, and that could do him in.
I was really thinking about life as a Telltale game where there's only like 3 different paths. You got either ors. It'd be interesting to know how many times you evaded death by the end of your life.
Do you think you're on the good path right now?
Well, it feels like anytime you're close to a death, there'd be a quick time event. You'd know. You'd have to mash X a bunch.
Have you ever done anything? I guess like chopping, like vegetables, is the closest I can think of what would feel like a real life quick time event.
but not like death related. You never felt
Nothing
that
death related.
different.
No.
Okay.
No. I've never had to like chisel my way out of ice that I was stuck underneath. I'm trying to think of like physical actions. Maybe running away from something, I guess.
You never had to like tap X 3 times and then hold Y to fend off a zombie in the parking lot?
No.
Yeah.
0 zombie experiences.
Have you ever like felt like you just avoided death? Like if you're on a bike and you had like a real fast front tire wobble, you're like, whoa, and you almost went. You
Most
feel like,
of the
oh,
time.
that would have been bad.
Constantly, all day.
I had a dream that I thought I died. And that was weird.
Oh.
Like a very vivid, clear dream.
So what were you, a ghost? Or you were a body?
No, I was me. I was me in the dream, and I died in the dream.
But then what were
And
you?
the last part of the dream was accepting my death. And then I woke up.
As what though?
Me.
I think you might be dead because I'm pretty sure if you die in a dream, you die in real life. That's like
what
Freddy
they say,
Krueger.
right?
Yeah.
But how are you coming to terms with the fact that you died if you were dead?
No, I wasn't dead yet.
You just said you died.
In the dream, I died.
No, I know you didn't die in real life.
I think he did.
It was the act of dying. The dream was the act of dying.
Yeah, and then you had to come to terms with it after
Yeah.
post-death.
No, because, okay, well, I was like on the goal line of death, and then I woke up.
Okay, so you were just like your final breath.
I was sitting in my bed in my room, and everything was normal. I didn't realize I was dreaming. And then I had like a severe heart attack where my heart stopped.
Oh
And I
my
fell to my
God.
side.
Jesus Christ.
And
This is
I was
awful.
and I was thought I can't yell for help and I don't have a phone near me. I guess I'm dead.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
And then I woke up and I went, "Oh, that was a dream." Okay.
For God's
But I went
sake.
through the process of like evaluating. It was not a great dream.
Could you do me a
It was an
favor and
odd
start-
experience.
Can you start wearing a health tracker at night? Because I'm worried that your heart had some sort of palpitation and affected your dream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm doing good now. I'm masked up. I'm having
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
sleeps.
How is that CPAP working for you?
Not right now, not great because I need the mask is not good. I need to figure out the mask.
Oh no.
Is
The
it a bit
mask
leaky?
keeps blasting off. Last night I kept waking up with it on the floor, so I think
Oh, wow.
I'm taking it off because it's shooting off, and then I'm taking it off and then not remembering. That's sleep amnesia.
Do you not hear the machine going ape shit though if the mask's off?
I think I'm either sleeping or like the air. It's farting air pretty frequently. Here's the problem I'm currently having is I'll put it on my face, and because of the size of my head, if I tighten the straps all the way, they pop off because it's just my head is larger than the tightness of the grip of the thing isn't strong enough. So I have to just have like a less tight thing. And then with the air, I can feel the air blowing into the, like, because it's a mask, I can feel blowing into the mask. And with each blow, it feels like it's slowly coming off of my face.
Okay.
Like it's pushing up, like it's floating, it's filling with air. And so I think I'm falling asleep before that fully happens. And then it lifts off my face at some point. And in a sleep state, I'm just taking off the mask because it's blasting.
Yeah, I think just try a bigger one.
There is no bigger one. That's the problem.
What do you mean there's no bigger one?
There's got to be a bigger one.
I've looked. Well, no, it's like hats. It's like this is large.
There's no way. There's no way the largest mask strap won't go around your head.
It's the infrastructure of it. So I got a different mask. The problem is the vent thing is on the back of it, and I don't know how that'll work necessarily with how I sleep. So I got to test it, but there weren't instructions on how to strap it. So
I bet I could go over there and attach that thing properly to your head.
maybe, yeah.
I'll do it when I tuck you in.
Be a part of the tucking in ritual.
Obviously, I'll tuck in your legs first so you feel maximum cozy.
Oh, thank you. Just don't tuck in the sheet. I like to move the legs. I don't want to feel trapped.
Eric has posted a picture of a full face mask that
Yeah, I've
includes
seen
the
those.
eyes. What? Is that real?
It is real.
Yeah.
Why would you want your eyes
Dude,
in
we
there?
got it. Dude, you gotta
No,
get
it's-
these. This rocks.
It's when I was looking at different sizes, I
walk
came
in.
across that, and people were like, "Nobody's able to use those. Don't get one
Wild.
of those.
How do
Those
you-
don't work."
What do you mean? This woman looks like she's having a blast.
Very much awake.
Because she got such a good night's sleep.
I'm leaking a lot of oxygen through my eyes. Is there a CPAP mask for me?
Wouldn't that just be like batting your eyelashes around constantly?
I feel like it would be pretty uncomfortable.
Keeps night spiders from crawling into your eyes, though.
Not if they climb into the machine.
Oh, well, yeah, then there's no escape because they go through the machine and it's sucked onto your face.
Yeah, they would
and then
shoot
you get
down
to
your
see
throat.
the night spiders come in. Oh, no.
Yeah, that would be a problem because the way that my mask currently works is the bottom half is like magnetized. So you just snap that off and then you can easily lift it. That's a tough mask to immediately remove.
Hard to get out.
Yeah, it's a tough escape.
I can't believe you dreamt you just died of a heart attack. That's
And
so
it was
wild.
like the most vivid dream I've ever had. It was a bad combo.
Was it painful?
No, I was just in my room. I was sitting and then I fell to my side. I was like, it's over.
That really bummed me out.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. But we're good now. I got my ribs.
Oh, Christ. What a weird episode.
Got like 10
Oh,
ribs, right?
man.
How many ribs do I got?
I think you got 12 on each side.
I got 12 on each. There's no way I got 12 on each.
I think
got
the top ones are pretty small.
Let's look at this. Oh, yeah, I got 10. No, 10. No, wait. They're counting
10?
those as 11 and 12 in the back?
You don't consider that? You don't count those?
I mean, they're pretty shit ribs.
What's shit about them?
They're so small.
Well, they need to be small. That's the space they're fixing or they're protecting.
If you ordered ribs at a restaurant and they brought you 11 or 12, when
If you ordered human ribs at a restaurant,
1 through 10. I imagine other animals' ribs are equally shifting. What does a cow's ribs look like?
boy, I thought you were about to say cat. I thought you were saying cat ribs, and I was gonna fucking flip.
No. Never. You don't eat cat ribs. But I eat a cow ribs. I eat pork ribs. What does a pig's rib cage look like, or a cow?
Oh, looks like a big
fun
big
rib
rib
Wow.
cage.
Okay, so it's less of a variance. Those
Yeah,
are massive.
cows are typically pretty big. Pigs
Less big.
less big, but big still with ribs.
Yeah.
Still middle.
Pigs are pretty uniform.
Now, see, pigs and cows, they are protected from the bottom and the side, unlike humans. Interesting.
Wait, that pig image, that diagram has blown my mind.
Okay.
The ham is just the back of the pig?
Let's have a look.
Like a cartoon ham is just a pig's ass?
Yeah, it's an anus.
Well, it's like a cheek and a leg. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hawk, right? It's like the hawk's down there. The foot's called the trotter. That's fun.
Yeah.
But the ham is just like it's the ass.
I've never seen a picture of a ham inside the pig. That's crazy to me. Baby back ribs.
And there's a cat.
I don't look at that one.
Some reason.
How come their feet aren't called trotters?
Wait, the heels the heels like the back knee. So what's the bit?
See, you just give Gavin a picture of animals, and he's got a lot of questions.
I didn't realize all of that. So the foot goes like halfway up the. What's the pivot point at the paw then? What's the back of that? Not a heel?
Yeah, Gavin or Geoff, what is it?
What are you asking me for? It's what?
What?
What's the pivot point at the what? The where?
The paw, like where the heel
Oh,
would
the
be.
metatarsal.
Well, that's like the. Oh.
Toe bones.
It's the same as your toes.
Yeah, but
Wrist.
my heel doesn't go halfway up my leg.
Well, it's because they have a longer heel than you do. Doesn't make your heel any less valid.
It just means they're on tippy toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little high heels.
They're like ballerinas.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also found this image, but it makes the cat look evil.
Oh.
it's like scary.
Oh shit!
Cats are scary.
That looks like the cat from Mouse Hunt.
You're right.
The evil
You
cat.
know, while we're talking about animals, can I ask you guys a question that I have in my dregs list?
Yeah.
My wife presented this to me, and I didn't have a good answer for her. You guys, you know how we eat chicken eggs? It's like a big thing right now, right? Because eggs are so expensive, and it's become a big
Mhm.
political sticking point. We eat ostrich eggs sometimes. There's quail eggs. A lot of different eggs turn into food, right?
Yeah.
But why don't we eat turkey eggs?
Huh.
I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Eggs.
Are maybe like they're really small?
They're not. I don't
really?
think. I think they're bigger than regular eggs. I just
Oh,
don't.
wow.
Why
Hey.
don't we eat turkey eggs?
Have a look.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Look, there's a turkey egg. Looks delicious.
I know people go
Yeah.
ham on duck eggs.
It's a little bit bigger than duck. I know people eat duck.
Should we have a turkey
Oh.
fry up?
Yes!
Turkeys lay eggs less frequently. So
Oh. Making them
chicken-
less common and more
Yeah.
expensive, but they're edible and similar
Yeah.
in taste. Huh.
I think chickens just lay eggs like very, very often, and it appears turkeys do not. Great question. It's never thought about it. Great
Does
question.
a turkey only lay a fertilized egg? Or they
Oh.
also plop out like
I think they plop
cyclical
out
eggs.
unfertilized eggs. Yeah.
So how often is a turkey's egg lay?
Just
One clutch of eggs per year. A clutch consists of roughly 10 to 12 eggs
Yeah.
laid over a period of about 2 weeks. Oh, so there you go. That's why. Yeah, they really barely lay eggs.
So they have like an annual period?
Yeah, and it looks like chickens can start producing eggs. It says chicken production, they come into production 19 or 20 weeks. A turkey takes 32 weeks before it's laying eggs. So everything about a turkey just takes longer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would be like to be a sicko, a turkey egg sicko.
Like you're just
There's-
like, oh, I don't eat those. Like you're really into eggs and you
Yeah,
know the
like,
turkey egg
that's
is like
your
the most
thing.
delectable. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's only 12 per turkey or whatever per year.
I feel like we got
not
to
gonna get a lot of
seek
mileage.
out turkey eggs. There's got to be something we can get our hands on and eat.
Oh, I'm sure we can buy turkey eggs. I
bet you-
think we're gonna be disappointed in it.
They gotta be like hundreds of dollars if that's all they lay.
No,
could
because you
send-
could have like a lot of turkeys. Here's a half dozen turkey eggs for $6.
Oh.
Oh, that's way
that's
Like
easy.
it,
That's-
I don't think they're like very sought after or crazy. I think it's just in terms of what's the easiest way to get this egg. A chicken just does everything faster than a turkey. I think that's all it is.
This
Yeah.
feels like a job to give a falcon. And not a Patreon subscriber. I mean a literal falcon.
You think you should train a falcon to go get?
It feels like
turkey
a
eggs for
falcon
you.
should be able to go retrieve some turkey eggs.
Yeah,
I trust them for that mission.
Why don't we eat any reptile eggs?
that sounds gross, and I don't.
It does,
know,
but I don't
like-
know why, because it's also an egg.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
but
it
I
up.
wonder. Do you think it's like a do you think it's like a softer thing? Like it's just like not the same. Ew.
I got answers.
Okay,
Oh,
go for
All
it.
right. Why don't we eat reptile eggs? They are reported to be a little fishy in flavor.
Ew.
Ugh.
But the other reason why we don't eat it is that most large reptiles are endangered or protected species.
Oh, yeah, but you could have a snake. Like, what if you owned a snake and then you just could have all the? It's like owning a chicken, right?
It'd be fishy, I guess, like a fishy egg.
Ew, you have a snake? No. I don't have a snake because I like snakes. I'm all about the eggs. I'm an egg guy.
What if a mammal could lay an egg, what would be the best mammal egg, and why is it a goat?
Oh, I was thinking bunny.
Oh,
I don't think goat tastes that well. I think a cow egg would be pretty amazing. It already makes so much great food.
I feel like I've already taken too much from the cow, though.
Yeah, I agree. Like we can't take the cow's eggs. Also, I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be a mammal that like we don't do. Like goat, I think is like a great answer. Because
Hippo.
I'm not doing much with a goat. You know what I'm saying?
Hippopotamus.
Oh, horse egg. People keep horses. People ride horses. Horses do tricks or whatever. Horses lay eggs.
People do eat horses too.
Yeah, see, like
Gus
there
said
you go.
the best food he ever had in his entire life was horse sashimi.
And they do glue.
Yeah, they make glue.
Maybe like a porcupine.
Ooh, man, I don't know if that
Porcupine eggs seem so small.
They would be
Small
small, but I would be
porcupine egg.
convinced that they were good because of their protection.
Also, the more defense
The
and
more
armor
protected,
the layer
yeah,
has.
the more delicious the product.
So like
is.
an armadillo egg.
Oh, an armadillo egg.
I bet
That'd be
raccoons
good.
would lay good eggs.
No, they're gonna be trashy. They're gonna be gross. That's like going like, ooh, possum eggs. Like you're a freak, dude. Gross.
No,
Yeah.
I think it'd make it more flavorful, kind of like a chicken skin, how it's all like mostly waste.
Well, people eat catfish, don't they? And they just suck on turd.
It's true. It's true.
I feel like a raccoon egg would be the Lunchables of the eggs.
Dude, I could eat a Lunchable right about now. That sounds good.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go get some.
Is that
Let's
like a
go
healthy
get
grown-up
some.
Lunchable?
Isn't that what Jake Paul was making or whatever?
No.
No, I think they had a bunch of rot in them.
I think it's like HelloFresh, right? Isn't that essentially like those meal delivery services?
Yeah, like Factor.
Factor?
Yeah.
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 But yeah.
Yeah,
Adult lunch, huh?
You don't got a microwave a Lunchable, though.
that's true.
You can, though. Some of them.
I think charcuterie is probably just adult Lunchables. I think Nick's right.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good
Yeah.
call.
I used to eat these P3 protein packs, and it was like cubed
those are
up
close.
cheddar cheese and
Yeah.
almonds and then like little bits of ham. Those
Yeah,
were
you might be
cool.
right. How are you spelling that?
C and then number 3, I believe.
AR CHAR
again?
CUTT ERY
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm. Mm.
CHARCUTERIE.
Mm.
I'm having to do the spelling kid thing with my hand. I'm having to like write it out.
You're doing great, buddy.
You could type it.
There needs to be a song that says charcuterie and spells it, and then I'd be set.
Like Gwen Stefani needs to get on this.
The bananas.
What was that song that Eric played the other day? It was like ABCDEFBitch or something. What was it?
Yeah. Oh man. You have bitch.
Something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Twinkle, twinkle, little fuck.
ABCDEFU.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. Song sucks.
That's just a fun activity, though, adding cursing to the rhymes, nursery rhymes, nursery songs.
It's pretty good.
Andrew, we still haven't done our technical difficulties video
Oh
And
my
boy,
word.
you need to.
because of technical difficulties.
You could both stand to do it today.
God, no fucking kidding.
Yeah. But you've also just said you reset all of your PC, so do you not have any anymore?
No. This is a different computer.
Oh, good.
The technical difficulties computer is the one I don't use for work.
That was the Mac, right?
Yeah. This is a laptop that is failing. Said something about the drivers not being compatible with the thing, so I removed the drive. Well, I removed the thing that was the drivers. And
Isn't
I
that
think
quite
it
new?
might
Though?
be
Wasn't
better.
that like a Rooster Teeth thing?
It was, yeah, but it was funky from the start. They modified it in some way. I don't trust whatever they did. It was funky from the beginning.
Did you not have to give that back?
Well, you hear me today.
Probably cut this part out.
Nobody asked me to give it back.
Bernie didn't reach out to you?
Not about that.
You're about to get an email. I'm actually gonna need that one. Sorry.
If you took away everything that I currently use,
Uh-huh.
all I would have left is a Go XLR thing that Geoff gave me.
And I bought that personally, I think. I don't
Yep.
think it was from the company.
That's what I'm saying. You bought it, it didn't work for your setup, so I ended up with it.
Yeah.
Which they don't support now or something. I read a whole thing about how Go XLR sucks.
Well, no, I think that TC or whatever the company's called got rid of that whole department, so it's just unsupported.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just bought one.
Really?
Like a month ago.
Oh.
Oh, that was post, I think, when they fired everybody. That was a bad move, Nick.
Gotta read more.
I am so excited for us to do our Philly cheese stakeout. I don't know when that's coming, but man, I was thinking about it yesterday.
It's a good idea.
I'm excited.
I love how excited you are about it.
And we just found out Kirby Lane does steaks now.
Oh,
So we can do a Kirby Lane kind of thing, and you guys can watch us from there. So it doesn't even have to be like, I would love to high-end steak, but if it's something we want to do more quickly at like a different time of day, then
like diner steak.
yeah, right. You just kind of do like a Kirby Lane steak, and it's not crazy.
yeah, that works.
Is there outdoor seating there?
There is outdoor seating at Kirby Lane.
No. Is
The
there?
other one does.
Kirby Lane on Kirby Lane?
No, Kirby Lane on
Mueller Kirby Lane?
in Mueller, yeah.
We could stake out the Kirby Lane on Mueller. We can do that for sure.
Yeah. I think, are we going to be parked or are we going to be on the move? Like, are we going to try and get different?
I think that's up to you guys.
I think we'll just have to see
We'll see how we feel.
how we feel. Yeah,
We'll be
we need to
listening
get-
in live and we'll be able to see from our car.
and then we need to get these binoculars that record what we see too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll look into that.
Is that a real thing, or did you guys like make that up?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Oh, I mean, it's got to be a real thing.
It's 20 it's
Okay,
2025.
okay, all right.
If
that's-
Let's search
if there's a fork that squirts ketchup onto the food in my fork,
well,
it's
here's the
gonna
thing.
be-
There isn't.
It doesn't exist. That's not a thing because they failed.
Money.
I'm pretty sure this exists.
Binoculars that record
Recording binoculars.
video.
I mean, if not, I'll just get a long lens and put it on my camera and it's the same thing.
Oh, 4K night vision binoculars?
Why don't you use the binoculars, Geoff, and I'll just use a really long lens.
That's fine. I got a pair of binoculars right here. I'm
Yeah.
excited to dust them off.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
This looks like something from the 90s.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a spy toy for a
Looks
kid.
like a talk boy.
It looks like shit.
That's what I'll be using. Incognito.
How
That'd
crazy.
be good for bird watching.
Bit of ornithology. But what if, Geoff, instead of your car, we get a van that has like a camera advert on the side and a little hole cut out, so we're actually filming through the camera lens.
That's a good idea, but it may be more doable to get just a van that doesn't have that other component to it. We could rent one
Yeah.
and we'd be like 80% of the way there. If we wanted to be clever, we could get like a decal made and throw it on the side. But usually when you're doing a stakeout, you don't advertise that you're doing a stakeout. It'd probably like a plumber's van.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but if you saw a picture of a camera on the side of a van, you wouldn't think, oh, that's a real camera.
I
What would
probably
you think?
I'm not sure what
I don't know. When I go to an old house, any picture I see, I assume the eyes are cut out and people are watching me.
Just like the idea of an advert of a camera coming on TV and you start ducking out the way. What if, okay, there's no hole in the van, but we get a U-Haul and we put a little living room in there so we can climb into that and just sit on a couch while we do the stakeout.
So you guys do that, and then me and Nick eat steaks. Yeah. Hey, honestly, I say go for it.
I
just wanna be
also
comfy.
like this idea. Yeah.
I'm all for it. Yeah, do it. And then also, me and Nick will go eat steaks. If you guys are doing that, we're getting a better steak place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, why
Yeah.
does that up the cost of the steak?
Because I don't like that you're so comfortable
Yeah.
with me eating diner steak. Like the more comfortable you are, the better steak I should be able to get.
We should go to Perry's or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're really like, you're kind of like, if you're just in Jeff's car, we'll go to Kirby Lane. But if you got a living room in the back of a U-Haul, we're going like somewhere nice.
I don't want them going to a nice steak place. So what if we get the van, we nix the U-Haul, so we're still less comfortable, but we get newspapers, which I think still exist in some markets,
Yeah.
and we cut out
Cut
holes
the
in the
eyes
middle
out.
of the newspaper. Yeah, and then that's
Oh.
where we view through.
If we instead get a tandem bicycle, what kind of shit do they have to eat?
A cheeseburger on the curb.
Yeah, that's like corn dog and fries, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. And we should be filming you at that point.
Yeah.
I ever made a twin bicycle that could break off into two unicycles if needed?
Whoa. Like when Batman ejects out of the Batmobile and it just becomes the fucking
Yeah.
like motorcycle.
How has that never happened in a Bond movie?
I'm just thinking if you two are staking out and then somebody catches you and it's like, oh, we got to break. We got to separate. We got to get away. Snap off into two unicycles and go in different directions.
I can't imagine like a good mechanical way of doing that. I assume it'd have to be like explosive bolts that separate.
I started looking up how like a tandem bike could become a unicycle, and I found
That's a tandem unicycle.
That's a tandem unicycle.
It's basically one wheel with two seats.
That is the craziest thing I've ever
Geoff,
seen.
we have to learn how to do that. It's got two stands.
What the fuck?
Oh, that looks like a nightmare.
You're just gonna eat shit.
Wait, how did?
Oh my God.
Are you facing the same way, or are you facing each other on that?
You are facing the same way.
Okay. Wow, Geoff.
Fat Tire Ale used to do this thing where they would have this bike rally that would go around the country as like a tour, and they would sell beer or give away beer and have bands play. And then they would have all these insane bicycles like that. And then they would just put them in the middle and you could ride them around and break your arm. And I took Billy like 2 years in a row. It was so much fun. And I swear to God, I've seen one of those at that thing. We've got to buy this, Gavin.
Yeah. How much is that?
This looks like it's welded together. I don't know that I don't see a price tag on anything.
Can I use regulation to rent a MIG welder?
Absolutely.
Would it be MIG or TIG? I never know what they're used for.
Who are you asking? Us?
I don't know.
What?
I just thought maybe because Eric, you're kind of like an oily mechanical guy to look at.
Yeah,
so I thought maybe
but
you'd have.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't weld anything.
You just look like someone who knows something about welding.
I know how I work on like a car. Like I know how to like fix stuff on a car, but I don't know how to I'm not welding anything. Do you know how to weld?
No, I'm asking you.
And I keep saying I
hard.
don't know how to weld.
Well, I'm not
And
asking you anymore.
Go back to talking about fucking ribs.
I think I might get some ribs for dinner.
Who's the weldiest guy of the group? It's got to be you.
That's Eric.
It's
I mean, it's
definitely
probably
Eric.
me. I just don't
It's
know how to
Eric.
do it.
Yeah, but you'll learn.
I'll learn. I don't give a shit.
Tell
Sure.
us how next time.
Dude, are we going back to Fort? Dude, let's go to Fort St. Collins. Let's go to Fat Tire.
It used to come to Austin, but I don't know if it's still on tour. But that was what it
Headliner,
was. Tour to
Murder by
Fat.
Death. Huh.
That's a great
Right.
band. Murder by Death is a great band.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's their farewell tour, so we seen one last time.
They heard the foghorn.
Yeah. Someone's coming to kill me eventually. Well, we should probably wrap this up.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
go get some ribs.
Which animal?
I don't know
Cat.
yet.
Good question.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Not a
Don't
cat.
care.
Cats. Yeah.
I do kind of want ribs now.
Yeah, man.
Cat ribs.
There's no way I'm going to be able to get ribs tonight. It's just not.
You live in Texas. What do you mean?
That's a good point.
So Mario Party March is, I assume, ended by the time this comes out.
It is.
Yes.
Do you guys want to take a guess at who won?
Not me.
There's been
You
some
don't think so, Nick?
there's been some hard fumbles so far. I feel like I might have a chance at winning just because of other people fumbling.
Gavin is positioned right now.
I think it's Gavin, Geoff, Andrew, Nick in that order.
Oof.
Ooh.
And I think the only two people who haven't screwed each other yet is me and Geoff.
We do that off camera.
Yeah. Thanks. Got to film it
You do
once.
that in the
guys. Come
truck
on.
that you rent.
Why does this living room have a bed in it?
If Gavin and I had tried to fuck, it would be the most unsensical thing. We couldn't talk on the phone yesterday.
What
tried.
happened? What
We tried.
happened? You guys were telling me about this, but didn't explain any of it. What happened?
We tried to have
I
a
don't
phone
know.
call.
I genuinely don't know why Gavin and I couldn't talk on the phone together.
Well, first you rang me and it came up as my UK. So I got two SIMs. I got two eSIMs. One's my UK number, and it came up with UK written on it. So I was like, wait, you don't know my English phone number, but why is it ringing my English number? And I was worried if I answered that, it would be an international phone call. So I hung up and then I FaceTime audioed you and you said hello, but you were also calling me again. So I tried to hang that one up. It hung up the audio, the FaceTime audio. Then when you call me again, I answered it and I had an itchy ear. So I moved my headphones to itch my ear and it just like unpaired my headphones. So then you were coming out of the phone and I was talking into my headphones. It was a complete mess for about 45 seconds.
It's the fucking most uncomfortable thing I've ever done.
And by the time we were actually talking, you were annoyed.
I was pretty fucking annoyed. I was pretty fucking. You told me to call you, and then you made it very hard to call you.
But don't call my UK number, even though you don't have it.
Don't have two fucking phone numbers, dude. I don't know. I picked Gavin in my phone. It's the same number that we text from.
I don't know. They're stupid. It doesn't work.
Do you ever notice how when you call me, it never rings my UK number? Why do you think that is?
I've still got stuff I need that phone number for. I can't log into my bank without that phone number.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't log into my bank.
What?
I don't know. I want ribs.
Do you log into your Canadian bank?
Not via my phone number, no.
But you use it, right?
To call me, yeah.
No, but you use your Canadian bank
Yeah.
because you grew up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ribs. Now.
What's everybody going to have for dinner? I want to know before we hang up.
Ribs.
Probably.
Yeah, ribs sound good.
I think it's going to have to be ribs. I'm going to have to go to Rudy's or something.
What's the
Pick up
superior
ribs.
rib between Chili's and TGI's?
The one that's in my stomach.
Where do you think a TGA Fridays is in Austin?
Oh, right. Is there not one? Shit.
Oh, they're gone, baby.
Dude, I don't know where you'd find it. Yeah.
Where's the
Round
nearest
Rock,
one?
maybe? Round Rock?
Round Rock.
You guys see that rock? It ain't that round.
No.
Crazy.
Not round at all.
Which is crazy because over time, rocks get round.
Yep.
So one day
Not
it will
this one.
be.
How old are rocks? Do you ever think about that?
Nope. Let's go get ribs.
4 billion years?
Like, are all rocks the same age?
Yeah.
Are sharks older than rocks?
Well,
It's
a
equal.
shark could theoretically live forever, right? If it didn't get a disease.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, well, what's stopping a human from living forever?
I probably choices.
These fucking foghorns keep ruining it.
So is everybody really getting ribs for dinner?
Yes.
I kind of want them.
I think
Yes.
I do too now. I think I'm gonna get ribs for dinner.
Is anyone not
And
getting
you
ribs?
yourself could get ribs if you stop listening to this podcast.
No, it's way
You
too
can do
early
that.
to get ribs. It's 1 o'clock for you. You can't get ribs right now. That's not dinner time.
Absolutely get ribs right now.
Are you a lunch ribs guy?
I'll eat a rib whenever I feel like.
Not for breakfast. Have you ever had ribs
If I
for
feel
breakfast?
like breakfast ribs try to stop me, so you son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you've never done that, surely.
You've never done that in it.
If I said be sucking on some ribs, Andrew, I feel like you're quite aggressive today.
Yeah.
He wants
I didn't
ribs.
sleep well.
Yeah, but you have the CPAP now.
Yeah, I didn't. As I said, the mask. We went over this.
It blasted off in the night.
It took off.
Kind of like we're about to do. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This one was definitely one of the episodes we have made and released. We'll see you next week.
Delicious.
It's fun.
I had a great time.
I enjoyed myself.
Why would you choose Chili's when you can go get like Rudy's? I mean, you're not going anywhere. You're just going to get it ordered.
I think ribs are trash and it should be from a trash place.
Ooh, that's
Fair
right.
enough.
Can you two act like you're on a phone call and just be quiet and mute?